There's a lot of hidden messages in this movie, but it's basically a film called They Lived, which was released in 1988. It's an American sci-fi fiction action, and it was directed by John Carpenter. Carpenter has made movies like Halloween, The Thing, Fog, They Live, which is my all-time favorite, Halloween 2. There's a lot that he's made, but basically around that franchise. This movie is a must watch. I really enjoyed it. It's funny because like I forgot who showed me this movie or who introduced me to this movie. I do remember watching Tumblr images because of this movie. Tumblr was a big deal back in like 2015, 2016. And it's filled with like a lot of weird stuff. But either way, like that's where I first saw about this movie. And I was very into graffiti back then. And so the big thing was that there's a lot of propaganda and stuff like, and so Obey is the reason why that movie caught my attention, because I saw this poster and I just thought that it was like edited. Not up until recently did I actually watch the movie. I don't know how many years ago, but I just recently seen this movie. It's a really good movie. And so in this movie, you have the cast as Rhodey Piper, Kenneth David, Meg, all these people. And so a homeless drifter comes to LA, search for a job. So he's not from LA, but he comes to LA. While on the street, he sees a street preacher warning that they have recruited the rich and powerful. How much of a difference is that in those times than what is actually happening right now, especially with this war between Israel and Palestine and all that stuff? It's insane, just the message that they put out. And keep in mind that this was released in 1988. There's a street preacher warning that they have recruited the rich and powerful to control humanity. Who they're talking about is probably like shapeshifters, reptilians, or whoever. I didn't really know that part, but either way, Nada finds employment at a construction site and is befriended by a co-worker, Frank, which is played by Keith David. He invites him to live with them in the shanty town. Some weird stuff is happening in the town. That night, a hacker takes over television broadcasts, claiming that scientists have discovered signals that are enslaving the population and keeping them in a dreamlike state. The only way to stop it is to shut off the signal at its source. Those watching the broadcast complain about headache. Nada secretly follows Gilbert and the preacher into a nearby church and discovers them meeting with a group that includes the hacker. He sees scientific equipment and cardboard boxes inside. Nada is discovered by the blind preacher and escapes. The shantytown and church are both destroyed in a police raid in the same night, and the hacker and preacher are beaten by riot police. Following day, Nada retrieves one of the boxes, and so the cool thing is that what's in the box is some glasses that let you see reality. Those shapeshifters are really like, without the disguises. And that's the whole point. Rich and powerful influencers are controlling the world, but they're also living amongst us. They're in high-end jobs and they're just completely, in a sense, taking over, but also communicating with each other to make sure that everyone is in check. Everyone's not really raising suspicion to who they are. This is where he walks into the bank and then he sees like a handful of like those shapeshifters. From this point of view, from the camera's point of view, which is supposed to be from our point of view, everything looks normal. It just looks like a bunch of rich people going into the bank, making transactions and deposits and whatnot, and just going about their business. But the glasses are on. And so I love the shifting from the regular people's perspective, which are the enslaved people, Nada, who has the glasses, who can see what really is going on. Clearly, you can see it's like not a lot of them. But this right here, the Obey part, you're going to see a lot of that propaganda. Ties with like consumerism, like buy Prada, buy TV, Samsung, Apple, and all this other stuff. And you just have to fall in line. You have to do what they tell you to do. But look at that. This is creepy as fuck. Like when I seen it, I was freaked out. Look at that. Do not question authority. This is insane. Like the hidden message that they have. Like this is the bank system. This is the government telling you follow and do what they want you to do and do not question authority.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And so when he discovers that box, the shapeshifters didn't know that someone has finally created and invented a device that exposed them as who they were, right? And so it exposes them as the beings that they are, you know, the ones living amongst us, subliminal messages and stuff like that. But either way, I don't want to spoil the rest of the movie. But it's, this part tripped me out. Check it out. So for a film to be, you know, like this, how far ahead they were thinking, they already knew that there were going to be like Apple Watch type technology. And
white male.
This right here would be your equivalent to your Apple Watch, your Samsung Watch, your what is it, Google Pixel, and whoever's out there creating technology as advanced as this. You know, they're communicating, they're making calls to other people so that they can all stay in the loop as of what's happening, which is in this scene.
30s.
It's
Mama don't like tattletales.
Wearing sunglasses.
And he teleports. Obviously, your Apple Watch can't do that, right? I don't know if it ever could. I highly doubt. But still, like, that was pretty cool. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of hidden messages here. And you have your drones right here. This is what they see as drones, which we have now. Actually, I have a drone out there. The DJI drone. But think about that. Like, it has a camera. 4K color resolution. Obviously not, right?
Come to show them where I am.
But this is insane, bro. Look at that. Hope you had a warranty for that, which they probably do.
Drop it!
And he's just a regular cop.
I said drop it!
He's a regular cop, but those glasses, the cool thing is that those glasses, they only have like a small amount. I think they only have like 2, and then they just come down to, I don't know if it's just 1 or anything like that. But either way, I would go watch it. I really enjoyed this movie. You guys should go check it out. It's a fun movie. It has a lot of action, but I just wanted to pass that forward to you guys for those of you who are supporting and are watching my stuff. This is the type of stuff that I'm into, that I get excited over.